Today, we are diving into something that is pretty much unheard of in the world of bourbon today. What exactly is it? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing us a brand new video. Today, we're diving into the next bottle of bourbon that is being entered into the best budget bourbon. Today, we're diving into this. This is the Yellowstone 6-year age-stated 107 proof bourbon that comes in at $34.99. Now, in today's bourbon market, that is somewhat of an astronomical thing to come across. We don't see age statements over 4 years, yet alone over 5. This being 6 years and 107 proof. I'm super excited to dive into this thing. We already have it poured. If you don't know how this works, we do a quick nose 0 to 5, a palate 0 to 10, and a finish 0 to 10 to see where this thing ranks. Our current leader is 1792 single barrel with a whopping score of 21.1. So without further ado, let's get in the nose of this brand new, beautiful release from Yellowstone. Nose is without a doubt tart apples. Apple skins, just a juicy like apple sauce in a way, a little bit of a sweetness. This is through and through a really nice, sweet, fruity nose. Nothing bold coming out of it yet. I do get a little bit of a confectionery, sugary note. There's a light drizzle of like a caramel, maybe kind of like a candied apple in a way with like a caramel or caramel, however some people want to say it, like coating on top of it. A slight oaky note that is so light but refreshing to let you know that this does have some age to it. The nose is really, really nice. It's got that proof that backs it up. Everything else on here, the highest proof thing that we've done so far is the Wild Turkey 101 at 101 proof, and that had that proof punch to it as well. This being at 107 proof gives it a little bit more oomph behind it, and I'm digging the nose so far. It's got a lot going on for it without being overbearing or anything that isn't enjoyable in that aspect. And really on the nose, I gotta give it a strong nose score because it's so nice and sweet and fruity and nothing comes off of this thing that I don't like. Strong score of 4.3 out of 5. That is definitely a high score, I think, for a nose score so far, and well worthy of it at 4.3. I didn't see anything that I didn't enjoy on that nose. So without further ado, let's dive into palate and see what this Yellowstone 6-year 107 proof bourbon has to offer. What's great about these higher proof bourbons is that some of the 90 proofers don't have is it leaves a coating and it leaves a film, a fatty, oily film on your tongue. Lets you know that this has some more oomph behind it. More of those barrel oils and that char influence gets inputted into the bottle and into the experience of drinking it. And it is through and through just, once you sip something in a higher proof, you're experiencing something completely different than a low proof. And this has that at 107 proof. I gotta go back in again. The beautiful thing about this is it doesn't have any burn, but it still gives you a full bourbon effect. It's sweet. It's got a lot more oak on the palate than on the nose. It's got a little bit more of an influence on there, kind of like a charred oak log in a campfire in a way, but it doesn't have a smokiness to it. It just has that charredness, kind of almost in a way like a charred outside of a marshmallow, but I'm not getting that super uber sweetness that marshmallows are bringing. I'm getting a little bit more of an earthy tone off of this. It doesn't have a grassiness to it, but it brings in some more earthy vibes, almost like, this is gonna sound bad, but I'm getting kind of like a sweet, musty note, and I really enjoy it. It doesn't have that turkey funk, but it's kind of going into the same realm of what turkey has to offer with a little bit of a funky vibe coming off of it. I really enjoy the palate. I've got to go back in again. Through and through, just a really nice, easy in the beginning of the palate. That third sip, you had a little bit of a proof punch, but after that third sip, your palate is totally acclimated to this thing, and you're not getting any heat off of this whatsoever. And it's just an all-around enjoyable sip. It's got that sweetness, it's got that oakiness, it's got a little bit of a funky, earthy vibe going on for it that I really, really enjoy. It's got that oaky presence that really says, I've got some age to it, but I'm not overly aged, but I'm also not young. At 6 years old, I'm not calling that a super young whiskey. I'm calling that something that is kind of in the verge of being in that territory of a perfect age statement. And for the palate, this thing is going to get a great score of 8.9. And before we dive into the finish of this thing, make sure you guys drop that like. Let me know in the comments down below if you've snagged a bottle of this and your thoughts on the Yellowstone Small Batch 6-year 107 proof whiskey. I think this could probably, possibly, maybe, in a way, have a chance of competing with Weller Antique 107, but I got no idea. That's for another video on another day. If you guys want to see that, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button. Make sure you check the link out down below for the Patreon. We've got a couple more barrel picks coming out here soon that you're not going to want to miss. The Cedar Ridge did sell out. Thank you to everybody purchasing that, and I've had nothing but rave reviews about it. But let's get into the finish of this beautiful Yellowstone 6-year 107 proof bourbon. And I say it all the time, the finish is where a whiskey comes to thrive or die. And this thing just is through and through just an incredible sip. It's got a long finish for what this has to offer. It's sweet all the way through. It's got a little tinge that turns into a little bit more of an oakiness, more of a mustiness on that finish, whereas the beginning of the palate is through and through sweet. That oak vibe and that musty vibe kind of tail end more into that finish. I enjoy it a lot. Doesn't have anything that I don't like about it. The only thing I could probably say is I wish that sweetness carried through all the way into the finish with those other vibes, but I can't really knock it down much. I gotta give the finish an 8.6. And with an 8.6 on the finish and an 8.9 on the palate and a 4.3 on the nose, let's add these up. And with that nose score of 4.3, a palate of 8.9, and a finish of 8.6, we have a total score of 21.8, which means the brand new Yellowstone Small Batch 6-year 107 proof bourbon comes on top of 1792 single barrel with a whopping score of 21.8 to 1792's 21.1. I think that this right here, this offering from Yellowstone should be on everybody's shelves. Make sure you guys go out to your local stores, do some hunting, find this, and acquire it, because you're not going to want to miss this if it's not shelf available, which I think it is. Make sure you guys drop that like, smash that subscribe button. Until next time, it's been Nathan for The Everyday Drinker. Cheers.